Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk about the 8th nakshatra, Pushya, which extends from 3 degrees 20 minutes of Cancer to 16 degrees 40 minutes of Cancer. So it is all contained within the sidereal sign of Cancer. Its symbol is the cow udder. So therefore what this nakshatra is all about is nourishment. And this deals with protection, nourishment, and it deals a lot with intelligence and spirituality, most of all, because this is the sign, or the nakshatra I should say, asterism of spirituality, philosophy, and teaching. So the mythology goes as this: Brihaspati is the ruler of, or the deity of this nakshatra. And Brihaspati is actually Jupiter, because it is the guru of the gods, the teacher of the gods, but he was made into Jupiter by Lord Shiva. So he became the planet Jupiter. And Brihaspati's wife, which was Tara, was stolen by Soma, and she bore a child, which is Buddha. So you see, Brihaspati, or Jupiter, took over the care of this child that was not his, and was taken by the charm of this child and raised it as his own. But that can be relative to the reason why Mercury and the moon, Buddha and Soma, are enemies in a chart. So that's reminiscent, going back to the mythology. But the indications for this nakshatra are deep, because as it deals with nourishment, what is nourishment? To really have nourishment deals with the mind, deals with intelligence. So that's one of the main indications. But going back to the stars that are relative in this nakshatra, there are 3 stars in the constellation of Cancer, and they are the north and south Acellus, and these refer to giving care and nourishment. So you're always going to find that the stars are relative to giving meanings to these portions of the zodiac, which we have this asterism being 3 degrees 20 minutes to 16 degrees 40 of the sign of Cancer. So it's all about protection, and this is basically a lot of the rhyme and reason why the sign Cancer is all about protection, care, mothering, nurturing, dealing with how we feel secure. So this is definitely what this nakshatra is all about, Pushya. And as I said, it is about our spirituality. It is extremely devotional. People with this nakshatra strong can be extremely devotional, but in a very conventional way, and sometimes in a fanatical way. They feel like their way is the only way, and they are very firm with judgment and their beliefs and their spirituality. But one of the really wonderful things about this nakshatra that I love is they generally have very close-knit families. Why? Because this is the sign of nurturing, staying together, family. It's Cancer. That's a sign of Cancer. So there's this helping and caring nature that is relative to this nakshatra, but very high-minded at the same time. It's all about their spiritual pursuits, their beliefs, their belief systems. But generally you'll find that they are the philosophers of the zodiac and become the teachers. But they believe that there are certain rules that you must follow. And so they're very rule conscious, and they can be very arrogant about these rules that they feel are so imperative. So you're going to find that they feel like they're arrogant about their orthodox, conventional beliefs. This is the way that they are. And they can have sort of like a way about them that feels like they are condescending in a way sometimes. You'll note this. Not always, but they will feel like the whole world's wrong, but I'm right because I am following the only truth there is. There's this way about them. And so they can be over the top extremists at times when it comes to their belief systems and spirituality. But at the same time, they can be very big and opulent with wealth. This is a very wealthy nakshatra. They have money and wealth that is astounding. But because this nakshatra can be big and it's relative to the sign Cancer, which is a watery sign, they have tendencies to have weight problems sometimes. So this can create overweight problems. But overall, this nakshatra means that these are people that truly want to share their information, their wealth, their prosperity, which makes them extremely generous. But remember that they will be more inclined to go to professions such as teachers, preachers, whether they're actually preachers or not, they do a lot of preaching. But most of all, professors and things of that nature, because remember this nakshatra has an element of high intelligence. So with that, I'd like to close. And if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, remember I have a university, University of Vedic Astrology.com. And if you would further like a reading, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.